One Show by Sosa. Since 1974, Haynes Total Healthcare has been proudly serving the Chillicothe community and surrounding counties, providing exceptional care to over 50,000 patients every year. Whether you're seeking chiropractic care, physical therapy, or nutritional guidance, we've got you covered. From athletes to seniors and from pediatrics to geriatrics, we treat patients of all ages, helping you live pain-free, stay active, and feel your best. With a place in the top 1% of clinics nationwide, you can trust that you're in good hands. We're open 6 days a week, ready to serve your family for years to come. Haynes Total Healthcare Center, where healing happens for every stage of life. Call for an appointment today or visit us at hayneshealth.com. I'm Jeran Cox, and joined with me tonight, as always, is Matt Hoops to my left and Christian Spradlin opposite from us here running the board. And boys tournament basketball is underway, Coach, and I know you just came from the Unyota game. They had a really nice win, kind of a little bit of a revenge game from last year. And just when I was trying to watch it on YouTube a little bit, yeah, I don't know if it was anything fancy, but Unyota just kind of had the look in their eye like, we're not going to let them get us again this year.
Yeah, and I think if you talk to any of those guys, they would tell you that. You never know why or when or why things happen. And obviously they felt like they should have won that game last year and basically gave it away. So 365 days later or whatever, you get an opportunity to kind of exact a little revenge. And, I just felt like our guys came out and played well early and just played tough, which you have to do during the tournament.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like they got that 8, 10, 12-point lead, and they just kind of kept it right there, held them at bay. And again, I thought that, he may not score a lot, but I thought Jackson Zickafoos did a heck of a job tonight, just kind of frustrating the Wall kid. Nothing came easy for him, and it's kind of been that story for most of the season, really, for him.
Yeah, no, Jackson's definitely been our primary defender, and I was concerned that maybe Logan Elm might try to take him down in the post a little bit, but Jackson did a great job on the ball on Maya. He hit some tremendous shots. He still scored a lot of points, but I don't think very many of them were easy. And then I felt like our other guys, when they did try to kind of put him down inside, were able to put enough ball pressure on their guards they couldn't enter it to him cleanly. So, team defense was a big one for them tonight, and it's kind of what they've hung their hat on pretty much all season. So,
yeah, and I thought, it's kind of, in my opinion, what separated Unyota maybe from everybody else winning the SVC was, every other team may have one pretty good player, maybe two, but just the depth. You had some role players making some key shots, big threes, and you can. I saw the pick, the ball pick for KB right there high in the high post. A couple times went off, and just real team basketball, selfless, helping each other out. So
I'm around those guys a lot still, and all the talk has only been whatever it takes to win. And I really believe that they're buying into that, especially this time of year. Whatever it takes for them to advance is what they're going to do. And again tonight, I think they had 4 guys in double figures, which they've done several times this season. And when you can do that and play that type of team defense, you're going to have an opportunity to win the tournament. And hopefully, they can string a couple more together.
Yep. Some other scores from around the area tonight. We know Waverly beat Washington Courthouse 54-53. That game went right down to the wire, obviously. Hillsborough knocked off Fenton County. I can't remember the exact final. It was about a 25 to 30 point difference. And then we also had a double overtime game. Circleville came away with a big win. I believe the final was 48-44 in double overtime. So
against Gallia?
Yes, I think it was against Gallia. So that's
man. Yeah, Gallia must have really hung. I mean, Circle was a really good team, first of all, and then Gallia had to make that long trip and double overtime. That's tough. Coach Harris is going to be. That's a tough one to swallow.
Yes, it is. So, okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have a couple of Unyota Lady Sherman basketball players join us right after this break. Coach's Call-In Show by Sosa. Also sponsored by Glow Fiber. Internet services for tonight's show are provided by Glow Fiber, delivering speeds and reliability that keep up with every need, from streaming and gaming to business demands. Give Glow Fiber a call at 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiber.com. Joining us now is Unioda Lady Sherman standout basketball player, senior Maya Hamilton. Maya, thanks for coming in tonight and taking the time to talk with us here. We wanted to talk to you. You got a really big win last night in the district semifinals, and I was able to watch it on YouTube. And just talk about that game against Sheridan. I know that was a really big game for you guys, and you I thought you guys played really good defense, contested, a lot of their shots, and then obviously you guys scored enough points to hold them off. Just talk about the game, what you thought about it.
Yeah, we knew going into the game that it was going to be a tough game. Sheridan's defense was really good, and we saw that throughout the game. I think it was just little spurts of momentum and scoring. We could have done a lot better with their pressure and our turnovers, but I think we scored more points, so that's what matters.
Yeah, I was there, and believe me, I was glad I was watching from the stands as that game ended, because you guys were making me nervous. But like Jeran said, you guys, and you said you figured it out. I felt like early on they did a really good job of taking Miley away, and you were able to step up, hit some big shots early, and kind of just allow us to relax a little bit. Did you kind of feel that way, and as the game unfolded, especially early on?
Yeah, they were taking Miley away really well in the beginning. I think she had 3 at halftime, and then we were finally able to get her the ball in the second half. But, yeah, those 3 threes that I hit, I think they were big to just get us up and have us a little cushion.
Yeah, just allowed you guys to all relax a little bit, I felt like.
Yeah, and I think that's the one thing as I've watched you two play the last 2 years is, maybe teams can focus on one of you, whether it's you or Miley, but you guys play so well off of each other. And I think that's the one thing I was really impressed with last night. And they took away Miley in the first half. You stepped up. And, I just feel like it's been like that. And, I was going to ask you, you guys play some tough non-conference games. Coach Miller, he's not afraid to play anybody. Do you feel like those games, they prepared you for those games, like a game like last night?
Yeah, definitely. The second game of the season we played Purcell Marion, and they're no easy task at all. So, and Waterford, Harvest Prep, I think those really helped us. So I think him beefing up the schedule will help us in the tournament this year.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. What, you guys had a really good team last year, and then, some things, had weird things. You got injured. You had another girl with some academic stuff going on. It just looks to me like, when I watch you guys play, there's just like a different face. You guys got a different facial reaction, like, hey, I'm all in right now. Is this, just talk about, where your team's at. Is you guys ready to make this big run, or?
Yeah, I think definitely. Last year was kind of a letdown at the end with me getting injured and Alexis being out too, so we didn't get to go on the run we hoped for. So I think this year is just we have a lot of momentum, so I think we can keep going.
Is that something? Obviously, you've dealt with the injury a couple different times, so I know for you personally, having something that you love taken away from you makes you appreciate it even more. Is that something that you've kind of the message maybe that you've been able to, relay to the rest of your teammates? Hey, listen, we, none of this is guaranteed, and let's, take everything we have and appreciate it. Because I just feel like this whole season, you guys, I don't know what it is. I can't put really a finger on it, but I feel like you guys have just been more connected, maybe, as a team, and it's shown.
Yeah, I think they definitely saw how hard I worked to get back in rehab, especially after this being my second one. So I think we were just like, we really want to go out and do this year and not let anything get in the way.
I think that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah. I couldn't put my finger right on it, but something seems a little bit different this year. And then we're going to talk more about this year. Obviously you're coming back. Miley's coming back. Maggie's back. You got 2 freshmen, right? Mm-hmm. Talk to us about what you've specifically done maybe to help Kiera and Charlotte as they come into the varsity scene here.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, I made sure we just had a meeting with each other so we could really gel and get our chemistry together. And I think just being around each other every day really helps and everything. And now that Charlotte's out, that's a bummer. We miss her length on the court. She was really helping us at the top of that 1-2-2, but I think we still have a solid team. Yeah,
absolutely. I think the one girl that is really, I don't know if I want to say surprised me, but it's really, she's made a couple big shots the last few games, is the Walker girl.
Kendall.
Yeah. She they're kind of leaving her open, and I think I've seen her hit 2 or 3 threes, and she's definitely capable of doing that each game.
Yeah, I mean, especially like if none of us can get anything, they just leave her open on the 3, and she can hit those shots. So I'm glad we have her.
She actually last night made 2 really big plays back to back. She hit the corner 3, and then the ball found her underneath, and they ran at her, and she made a great bounce pass to Miley for a layup. So just, Kendall's the type of kid that's just going to play her role, which she's done, kind of just even keeled, doesn't show a lot of emotion, and you have to have that on a team, I think, and I think that she's helped, and last night was huge.
Yeah. What's maybe your favorite part of being part of this UNIOTA girls basketball team?
Really just being around my friends every day at practice, getting to hang out and everything. I think we all love basketball, so that really helps when everybody wants one common goal. So. Yeah.
What I know you were kind of recovering from an injury this past off season, but obviously you've spent a lot of time in the off season, on your skills and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's a normal workout for you?
Just form shooting at first, probably. I usually lift before I work out, but then just getting into moves, different mid-range stuff, threes, shoot a lot of threes, and just moves off of that. So.
Yeah, I know you can shoot the threes. I've watched you. You're not afraid to take them from about the volleyball line?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely extended my range the past couple
seasons. Last night was a couple deep ones.
Yeah.
I mean, just one catch, dribble to the right. That was nice.
That's the thing. You can't relax, right? Like you got to pick them up. You have to be ready to guard them because they're going to shoot it. Oh, we got some more visitors out there. KB decided to join us.
Oh, no. Yeah.
He's already had his time, right?
KB, break them in. Get out there in the window.
But, no, when we scheduled this show, we were talking about maybe how risky this could be because we have 4 UNIOTA kids coming on. So, man, what if
roll the dice.
Girls lose and the boys
I was
lose.
Scared if the boys lost tonight. You guys are going to make them come in.
So there's a solution. We're not going to lose. But, no, big win last night, like we talked about, district championship game coming up against Tri-Valley. And, we were talking before you came on the air. They split with Sheridan this year. I think Sheridan beat them by 14 the most recent time that they played. So you guys definitely, I'm going to say you probably should win that game, right? Just based on common opponent. But and I know you said you watched a little bit of film. What's maybe 1 or 2 things that you like about this matchup?
The fact that Sheridan beat them by 15 the last time, I think that gives us confidence going into the game. But in the tournament, anybody can beat anybody. So I think we just need to figure out how to attack that zone, and then everything will be good, I think.
Do you think that, and I felt like I've seen almost all of your games, not a few of the away ones I missed, but do you feel like that Sheridan's team defense was probably the best you guys have seen this season?
Yeah.
Especially in the half court.
Yeah, and their trapping, it was probably the best defense we have seen this season. They were very good.
Yeah, you guys figured out a way, survive in advance, so, you've had a taste of that, so, moving forward, you should maybe be a little bit more comfortable, I would say.
Yeah, the other thing I was going to ask you about, Sheridan, they tried to press a little bit as the game was going on. Coach was talking about maybe got a little bit nervous. But I think the one thing that I really liked that I saw, and we're going to talk to Kiera here in a little bit, but it didn't look like maybe it phased you, Miley, or Kiera really when they put the pressure on. You're all 3 comfortable dribbling the ball up the floor. Is that something it's hard to replicate in practice?
We've practiced with the 8th grade boys a little bit, honestly, scrimmaging against them, and they're pretty physical, so I think those practices definitely helped us a little. But, yeah, growing up playing AAU is just normal, so.
Okay.
Yeah. And it helps to have 4 guards. It does. You just mentioned, and then you got Maggie and the other ones, like whoever has the mismatch in terms of handling the ball, I feel like, we have that to our advantage. So, I just keep it rolling,
What, you got like any pregame ritual, superstitions, anything like that?
Not really, to be honest. I used to listen to like one song in like 5th grade before every game, but then I lost, so I just scratched that idea. Didn't do that again.
Okay, so no real superstitions.
No.
Well, no go-to songs or anything like that now.
No, not really.
Okay.
Same socks, same hairstyle, no.
I do usually wear the ponytail braid if that
okay.
be a superstition.
Yeah. Okay. Who's your favorite basketball player?
Probably Brianna Stewart, WNBA.
Okay, yeah, I know who Brianna Stewart is. All the girls basketball players we've had in her hoops, I've not heard Caitlin Clark one time.
It bothers me. She's my favorite, period.
Yeah.
Boys or girls.
Yeah.
I think she's amazing. Yeah.
A couple more questions for you here. You're a senior. You're going to graduate. What's your plans after graduation?
I'm gonna go to Morehead State to play basketball, so that'll be what's up next for me.
Okay, so yeah, that's where Mr. Hoops' son's going to go to. So
Yep.
you guys have to help each other with some schoolwork and stuff like that, right?
I'd say Maya won't be asking Blake for much help. It might be the other way around.
Gotcha. Okay. Last question for you. What's your favorite basketball memory from high school? Or is it yet to come?
Yeah, hopefully yet to come, to be honest.
Okay. All right, Maya. Well, Coach, you got anything else?
Nah, just good luck. I'll be there Saturday and take care of business.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thanks for coming on, Maya. When we come back, we're going to have Unioda freshman guard Kiera Beard join us here on the Sosa Coaches Call-In Show. Welcome back to the Sosa Haynes Total Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show by Sosa. Joining us now is Unioda freshman phenom Kiera Beard, and Coach Hoops said he was going to give you a quiz on some 6th grade social studies.
See how much she retained. We'll save it for the end. We'll
Save it for the end. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Kiera, freshman at Unioda, and you're starting, and you've had a really, really good season. Talk about, there's obviously a big difference going from junior high all the way to varsity. Just talk about, a couple of the biggest differences for you this year coming to the varsity.
I think one of the biggest differences is the pace of the game. It's a lot faster than junior high, and definitely the physicality of the game. Those are the two biggest.
Do you think, and I know you played a lot of AAU basketball, that that kind of helped bridge a little bit of the gap or not? Because like, you know, when you're playing AAU, you're still playing against kids your age. And then you go to the varsity level and you're playing against girls 4 years older than you. So kind of talk a little bit about the difference maybe from junior high basketball to AAU basketball, and then from AAU to varsity, if there was a little bit of a gap that was maybe bridged from that AAU experience.
I think last year my AAU experience definitely helped with high school because I played up in the 15U. So I think that definitely helped pace-wise of the game. So I think.
Have you had to make any changes to your game this year coming to varsity or no? Just with the physicality and the speed and things like that, or?
I trained a lot, like I did a lot of strength training and stuff during the summer, so to help like prepare for that part of it.
Yeah, that's the one thing. You know, back when I coached girls, it was never, it wasn't a huge thing from girls to go from 8th grade straight to varsity. It might be more of that now, but you know, to step in and be a starter as a freshman at Uniota with what's going on right there, that's something phenomenal. And you know, I think the one thing is I've watched you, you know, 5, 6, 7 times this year that I really like about your game is you never lack confidence out there, right? And so I feel like you're always relaxed. Teams are putting a lot of attention on Miley and Maya and Maggie, and you're kind of that 3rd or 4th person, but you have that confidence. I watch you. You're out there. You've got some swag when you're dribbling. You're crossing people over, and I feel like that you're in a really good place and really comfortable with where you're at right now.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, like the more of like the other team's focus is on like Miley and Maggie and Maya, and I feel like that just like I don't know, that just kind of helps me, you know.
Do you think that the game has slowed down for you as the season's moved on? Like first couple games compared to now, I can just see it. I know your answer is going to be yes, but you can definitely see it in your play. But I just wanted to kind of just talk about that.
Yeah, it definitely has like you guys said, it's like a big jump from 8th grade to varsity basketball, and the speed of the game originally, like it was just so different. And now I've kind of gotten used to it, and it's become like it's slowed down. So
yeah, more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you know, I know you play a lot of AAU basketball, and you're going down to Texas, I think, this spring.
Yeah.
Is that right? What you know, is basketball year round for you?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Any pressure from your dad for that?
Not really.
Not
no.
really. Okay. I know he was a heck of a basketball player too. Coach, did you play against him? Was he your age?
Unfortunately. No, actually, you know, Chris and I were the same age, obviously, and man, it was a battle every single time.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if hatred's the right word, but we did not.
Well, that was a it's a different era back then.
And you know,
right?
and you know, if you find yourself, you're like, you know, after the 8 times you play against them, which we won 5 of them. I mean, I don't know if he remembers that. But anyway, you know, it's a high school thing or whatever. But you know, it was funny because like the summer after we graduated, and myself and Mike Fout and Jason Cruz, and we were all working at Kenworth, and Chris was working there, and Marty Park, and a couple of those other Zane Trace guys were working there, and I'm like, are we really sitting at the same lunch table eating lunch with these guys?
I know.
Like, what
It
is
was a
going
different
on?
era.
So like it was just intense as all get out, and then once it was over, it was like such a respect because they were good, we were good, and you just respected each other. Now, you know, I consider Chris one of my, you know, a good friend. I mean, I talk to him all the time, and it's another great thing about athletics. You know, you compete as hard as you can. You know, you want to do well for your school, and then when it's over, you respect kind of what they were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, I tell our guys all the time, if you went to their school, these would be your friends because they want what you want. So, your dad, obviously a great player, great coach, huge asset to the Uniota basketball program for sure.
Yeah. What's maybe like 1 or 2 things you've picked up maybe from Miley or Maya this year? Because I was talking to Coach the other day, and, you know, and not to look ahead to next year, but you're going to be in that role next year. So what's maybe 1 or 2 things you've picked up from them this year?
At times, like, I can get frustrated during the games and stuff. If I get down on myself, they've picked me up a lot this season, and I think like taking that, like being a leader and picking up my teammates as we move on.
Yeah, I mean,
it's huge.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and it's as this tournament run goes, there's going to be different nights where they're going to take Miley away, and she can't get going like she normally does. So someone else is going to have to step up, and at the same time, you can't allow her to get down either. So, you could kind of sense that last night. You saw you guys all talking to one another, and eventually she did get going.
I thought watching last night, it was one of those things where there was multiple moments where maybe you guys could have lost your composure, lost your cool, but you never did. And I thought that was why you guys kept them at bay right there. But what was Coach Miller talking to you guys about during those timeouts at the end of the game?
Just keeping our composure. Don't turn the ball over. That was a big thing. Handling their pressure, because they're a very good defensive team. So handling their pressure and just keeping our composure, trusting one another with the ball.
A lot of times, too, I think that you guys were ahead. You got to remember that. And it's tough, though, because a defensive team like Sharon, they've got nothing to lose. So they're fouling. It's the tournament, though, so they may not be called. So I felt like, you guys made enough plays down the stretch, took care of the ball when you had to, and made your free throws. But, it's just a lesson learned, and obviously you guys moving on, which is awesome.
Does Coach Miller, I think I know the answer because I've watched Unioto play enough the last few years. When you get towards the end of a game and you guys are up by 10, 15 points, kind of like you were last night, you get like 3 or 4 minutes, does he talk at all about slowing down, or does he just keep talking about keep going?
Like, obviously be smart about it if we don't have anything, pull it out, but keep going.
Keep going, yeah. It's a tough situation, and
Fine line.
because you don't want to slow down and lose your momentum,
right.
but at the same time, you don't want to be so passive because the other teams are going to start pressing, they're going to start double teaming and stuff like that.
You still want to play to win, because a lot of times, and I've seen it happen. As soon as you start playing not to lose the game, you end up losing the game. Yeah. So yep. I think Jeff's good at that, though. Like, hey, keep playing, but be smart about it. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. What's been maybe the most significant accomplishment you've had in your basketball career?
Oh, let's see. I mean, obviously one of them is starting varsity on this team, because this is a very good team, and that's definitely one of my biggest accomplishments. AAU, the team that I play on, United Family, that's definitely one of mine. I'm very happy to be on that team.
Okay. You got a younger sister coming up next year, too. What's it like knowing that she's kind of behind you in the wings and maybe trying to play varsity with you guys next year, too?
It's really cool. It's fun for me because, I get to push her and, push her to be better. I'm like, we could be playing
I thought you meant
together.
fighting.
No.
Well, she probably does that too.
Maybe sometimes that, too.
But you got to be careful. She posts you up now. She's taller than you.
Not yet.
Yeah, she's taller.
Who would you say on your team is the funniest person?
Miley.
Yes,
and it's very unexpected,
it's subtle.
But it is.
Subtle.
Gosh, I would have never guessed that.
Oh, yeah.
Or Charlotte. But
Okay.
Charlotte's more not
Charlotte's
subtle.
just,
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to get Charlotte will be a good interview.
Yes,
one day.
she will.
We need to
Okay.
get Charlotte in here.
All right. I know Miley's came out and she's watched our third grade girls, and she just acts like she's really quiet sometimes. And
It's
I never
sneaky.
would have guessed that she's okay.
Yep.
All right. Do you got any pregame rituals, superstitions, anything like that?
I drink a bottle of water, I eat a banana, and that's pretty much it for me.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Good job.
You have a certain song you go to?
Yeah, certain songs.
Not really.
Okay. Now your boys team out here at
Yeah.
KB, he
Get
likes
ready
that
for
Snoop
that.
Dogg.
Oh my God.
That's at least good rap.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
That's true.
I at least can handle that one.
Yeah.
I really, takes it back to the 90s.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Georgia Amore for Kentucky.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
I don't know who that is, to be honest with you.
Watch her. She's
Okay.
good.
Have to tune
Tough.
in.
Okay. The other name I'm surprised we haven't heard has been Paige Beckers
Yeah.
from UConn.
Yeah. I mean, she's a little much.
You think
with
so?
all the extra stuff. I mean, she's solid, but
Yeah.
I'm still a big Caitlin Clark fan.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my go-to in terms of women's.
Yeah.
Maybe men's too. I just like the way she plays.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you think I know you guys have only had this, well, not even 24 hours now. In terms of your matchup this Saturday, couple keys that you think that we're going to have to take advantage of to be able to move on?
I think playing as a team, like offensively and defensively, just really trusting each other because as we continue to go on, that's going to be huge for us. And really just leaving it all out on the floor, like all our effort.
What do you think that the biggest problem maybe that Tri-Valley causes for us?
One thing that we did talk about was in the post. We talked about how to defend that today. I think that is one thing that we are focusing on right now. So
They got a tall team.
yeah,
Okay.
I think 5'11" maybe is their tallest.
Couple.
But yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Sheridan had some length last night too.
Yeah.
I just was really impressed with their overall team defense, and for us to be able to handle that and win was huge. And I really feel good about this next one too. So
Yep, I do too. I think the one thing, when you guys play your 2-3 zone and Miley's in the middle, it allows you guys to extend out, put some more pressure on the perimeter, and man, she just makes some blocks that are just unbelievable. And it's kind of like the Akley kid from my trace. What it reminds me of a little bit.
Miley gets off the floor so quick.
Yes.
And she's long. It causes problems. Got to keep her out of foul trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, you got anything else for her?
No, she did well. We'll hold off on the
I want to
quiz.
hear this quiz.
We'll hold off on it.
Yeah,
We'll hold off?
let's hold off on that.
Okay. I do have one more question. You got any advice for younger basketball players, younger girl basketball players?
Just follow your dreams. Like, don't listen to other people, You just got to do you and have fun while you're doing it. That's the main part. Have fun, work hard, and you got it.
Okay. It's good advice.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Kiera. Well, we appreciate you coming in here and talking to us tonight, and wish you the best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Good job.
When we come back, we're going to have some Unioto boys basketball players in here celebrating their big win tonight, right after this break.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt. 7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real, reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo-Hio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health has to offer by visiting our website at sosaohio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's sosaohio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business. plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Show by Sosa. For a variety of healthcare needs, including chiropractic services, physical therapy, nutrition guidance, dry needling, stretch rehab, corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, and more, turn to Haynes Total Healthcare Center at 1 Health Drive in Chillicothe or call 740-772-5957 or visit Haynes Total Healthcare online at hayneshealth.com. Joining us now is UNYOTA boys basketball junior point guard Blake Fitch, just recently named SVC Player of the Year. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Before we talk about tonight's game a little bit, I wanted to kind of talk about that for a second because, you know, I really felt like at the end of last year you guys had an injury there to, I can't even remember. Zeke. That's right. Zeke Showblock, yeah. And kind of when he went down, I really felt like your game stepped up, kind of took it to another level. Yeah. And I could see you getting this. And just to talk about maybe what you've done to improve your game and what you've done to take it to the next level.
I mean, it's just been working in the gym every day all summer with my teammates and by myself, just putting in the work. I mean, it was a goal of mine to get it, but I knew, we wouldn't have got it. I personally probably wouldn't have got it without my teammates and if we didn't win the league. So I just knew going in, that's all that matters, win the league. And if I get it, I get it. The rest will take care of itself. But just win the league and win with my teammates.
Yeah, I think the one thing that really impresses me about your game, I feel like we don't see it a lot in this area anymore, but you're capable of shooting the knockdown three. You're capable of driving in, finishing at the basket. But you're also capable of driving and kind of stopping on a dime and hit that pull-up jumper too. And I'm sure that's what you're talking about. You spend a lot of time on that. And then obviously, I think I heard the other day, maybe a top 3, top 4 free throw shooter. So, it's when the ball is in your hands, like a point guard, I mean, that's just a great asset to have. So just congratulations on Player of the Year.
Thank
you. But then, I'll let Coach jump in here in a minute, but I was watching that game tonight, and I really just felt like you guys kind of had that look on your face like, hey, they got us last year. They shouldn't have. We're not going to let it happen again. Just talk about your guys' mentality heading into the game tonight.
Yeah, we were definitely locked in to get our revenge on them from last year. It felt really good to get that win tonight, but us as a team, we really wanted this one really bad, and we came out ready to fight. So.
All right. Good job. I mean, you did. I mean, obviously, at the time, I didn't know that was going to be the last game I coached in, and that was a hard one to lose. And, to see you guys kind of take it personally a little bit and make sure that it didn't happen again, especially on your home court, it was just good to see. Obviously, you guys were all a year older. It was your 20th win of the season, so just, outstanding job. And it was just really fun to kind of sit back and watch, honestly. Yeah.
What was like one or two things you thought were the key to you guys winning tonight?
We knew definitely coming in we had to take away their 3-ball because that's where they get the vast majority of their points. So I felt like we did a good job on that, and Jackson Zigfus did a great job of slowing down. I mean, he still got his points, but he's a great player. But Jackson did a great job on the Maya wall and getting him frustrated, and we all got him in foul trouble. So I thought that was a key tonight.
I feel like that's the one thing this year, and I feel like I've said it 5 to 10 times to Coach Hoops already, but just watching you guys play this year, I feel like, everybody on your team has a role. And like you're talking about Jackson doing a great job on wall, but it's not just him this game that he's done that, right? So like it's been, he's guarding basically the other team's best player, and and he's okay with that. Like, he scores some points, that's fine, but that's what his role is. And you got other guys, KB's inside, you're outside to hand the ball, Blake Hoops is out there doing his thing. And everybody's kind of got their role, and it just really seems like you guys have kind of bought in to what you're doing. And I feel like the team defense has kind of been at the key to it all. You guys played good defense all year.
Yeah, that's our mindset going into every game, is just be the aggressors and have that defensive mentality that, no one's just going to get easy buckets on us. We have to just fight every game and start off with our defense.
I agree, and I think that, Jackson does a great job setting the tone with that. And I think one of the good things about Jackson being able to, whether it's their best player or the point guard, it allows you not to have to guard the point guard, which we've had to have you do in the past a little bit. And it's, kind of taken, I don't want to say a lot of pressure off of you, but some of it, because now you're not totally focused guarding the ball and then handling the ball, which I think at times can wear you out a little bit. But, I think it starts at the top with Jackson and it just extends all the way back. And defensively, you guys have done a great job. And I think that comes with being just a year older. It's different from when you're a freshman and sophomore doing it to when you're a junior. So just kind of talk a little bit about that, as just, not only having 3 years of experience, but you've grown up for 3 years in terms of you've gotten stronger. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I've definitely got, the game slowed down a whole bunch going from freshman year all the way to now, because starting out as a freshman point guard, it was kind of rough. I had my moments, but yeah, I grew last year, and then this year being a junior, everything slowed down, and that's just, like as you said, it's come with getting older, and as the game, my game grows, then I grow as a leader, and everything just works out from there.
Yeah, kind of elaborate on that a little bit. It kind of comes with the territory as a point guard. You're a leader on the team. How do you approach your role as a leader?
I just try to keep everyone together and try to be as positive as I can. Just if things, we know it's not always going to go our way 100% of the night. The other team's going to have their runs. So just when things goes bad, just try to keep everyone together and just keep everyone locked in and just do that.
Gotcha. Okay, so obviously you guys probably you haven't had a chance to look kind of ahead yet. You guys are going to face off against Fairfield Union. You know anything about them?
I know they have 2 post players.
Okay, two post players.
That's where they like to score the points.
Yeah, they're inside out. Again, I went and watched them, I don't know, 2 Saturdays ago maybe. I watched them play Circleville. They definitely play inside out. They do shoot a lot of threes. I don't know if it was just that night they didn't make them. But they do start 2 sophomore guards also. So I'm hoping, with you, Jackson, and obviously Kaden, we'll be able to disrupt those guys a little bit and make it difficult to feed the post on. So I think it's a good matchup. I like it. I like our draw. A lot of people. It's a tough draw, obviously, but you're always going to play tough teams, especially once you win. But we're a good team too. So.
You sit there and you look at Union. I think you guys lost 3 games this year, right? Miami Trace, who's
week 1 too, so
undefeated. Jackson, I know that one kind of got away. I didn't think you guys played maybe as well as you could have. I think it could be a different game. You match up again. Then the upset at Westfall, but a 20-win team. That winning 20 games that's a heck of a season, and. I think that the thing, one of the keys to winning 20 games in a year is like being mature, right? You can't have that team that goes up and down, up and down. You kind of got to be steady. You got to increase, and just talk about how you guys, what have you guys been working on to maybe keep away from the highs and lows and just kind of keep that same mindset every game?
Just know that we have to stay together as a team, no matter if it's going good or going bad. We knew after we lost that the Miami Trace game and Westfall game early that maybe we knew we were going to be good, but we figured out that it's not going to be as easy as maybe we thought it was going to be, and we all have to lock in together. So we've just been doing that, and just don't get, as you said, don't get too high on ourselves. Just take no opponent lightly, and just, as Coach Hoops always said, go 1-0 every week. So.
Yeah. What do you spend any time outside of the gym?
I mean, sometimes, but
sometimes.
Listen, there'd be times, and not as much this year, but there'd be times last year after games that, you know, he had a decent game, but like he was not happy with it, and he was like almost upset that there's still people in the gym because he's trying to shoot after the game, you know, and that's just the type of player he is. So, you know, he only plays basketball. I mean, be a great football player, but I mean, he only plays basketball. And he works on it, and you can tell, and it shows in his game, and he's comfortable playing, and you know, and it doesn't come from not working. Because, like I said, I'm not joking when I'd say there would be multiple times when he would stay after the game and shoot after a game.
Yeah,
and,
well, yeah. Just for me refereeing, I always see him keeping the scoreboard at junior high games and stuff too. So I don't know if this dude. Do you live in that school?
I enjoyed watching the game too.
Okay.
And making a little money.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Make some money on the scoreboard. So.
Do you take that officiating class?
No, I need to next year though. I need to, but
okay.
I think some of those other guys take it.
Yeah,
which I'm not sure how good of referees they'd be, but I'm pretty sure that I think they take it.
Which ones are taking it? They're all out there.
I think Blake and Kaden take it.
Blake
Can you
and
imagine
Kaden.
that crew?
Oh man.
Maybe they could work with you.
Maybe they could. I don't know. I had I think 9 or 10 boys get their basketball license last year at Benton County where I teach at, and I think one of them did a elementary game.
Yeah.
They came back the next day. No more.
I know Jordan Perkins.
Jordan,
he's
yes.
refed a few games.
He has
so far. I think Jordan ended up being a really good official. Actually,
he has a good like a mindset.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't get too high or too.
He's good with younger kids.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So, what? A couple more questions here. You got any pregame ritual superstitions?
Yeah, I actually have quite a few. Everyone always makes fun of me for it. But I got to go home, take my nap after school, take like a 20-25-minute nap. Then I eat pizza rolls for every game.
Ooh.
And then I go, before the JV game, do my warm-up. And then during the JV game, I got to drink my pineapple juice and have my protein bar. Yeah. All of that. So quite a few, actually.
What happens if you
Well,
what if you forget one?
I did forget the Payne Valley game, and I didn't do too bad the Payne Valley game because I came straight from Mom's wedding. So.
Oh, that's right. So you couldn't even call her.
I was out of pineapple juice, so she couldn't even bring me any. So I had to settle with body armor, but
yeah,
it was all right. We got it.
Yeah, figured it out.
Yep.
You know, since we did that 21-day cleanse hoops, we got 100% pineapple juice in our fridge.
It's good.
All the time.
That Diet Pepsi you were just drinking wasn't 100%.
Dr. Brand is not supposed to know that.
He's asleep. It's 9:30.
Keep it on the low.
He's asleep.
Oh, shoot. Any favorite songs you like to listen to before the game or anything? I know what KB plays.
Yeah, we listen to DJ KB on the bus, but I mean, I like country music, but I don't listen to country music before the game. I listen to Drake and stuff like that. But.
You know, DJ KB's kind of, he's getting ready to graduate,
I know,
right? And so I have seen him kind of, and I don't know if you pass the torch up because he's passed it to Coach Blue.
He has.
So, talk to me a little bit about Coach Blue being a DJ.
Coach Blue he's pretty legit. I mean, he might have to take it next year. I was asking someone on the team after last game. I was like, I really don't know who's going to be the DJ next year. So it might have to be Coach Blue.
Coach Blue's always looking to move up the ranks.
Coach Blue got in trouble at Paint Valley the other night during a JV game. Threw the ball and hit the JV coach right there.
Our coach?
Yep.
Oh, boy. I have to ask Nick Atkins about that.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Well, Blake, Coach, you got anything else for me?
No, just, obviously, it was awesome to be able to coach your first 2 years of high school, and you've just continued to grow and become a better player and better person, which I knew you would. Not that you were a bad person at all, but you're just you're doing things the right way. You're you're doing it how it should be done, man. And it's nice to just sit back and watch you grow and become the great player and great man young man that you are. And it's let's win several more games, keep this thing rolling.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks for joining us tonight, Blake. We come back, we're going to have Unioda senior basketball player Kaden Cutright join us. back to the Haynes Total Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show by Sosa. Joining us now is Unioda senior basketball player Kaden Cutright. And Kaden, I think the one thing that's really stood out to me this year is you've kind of like jumped into the scene, right? Like you've played, but you know they're for, I think it was maybe the Westfall game, maybe before, Coach, you can correct me, you just went absolutely nuts. Hit like 30, 32 points or something like that. Circleville, right? Is that what it was?
Circleville, right before Christmas.
Yeah. Talk about your emergence as an offensive presence this year.
It was just really nothing. It was just my time to shine, and I don't get too cocky or anything, so I just do when it's my time.
Honestly, just kind of to back up a little bit, it started Caden's offensive, kind of moving forward offensively. When you mentioned Zeke getting hurt earlier, I don't know if Kaden remembers this or not, but we were shooting in the gym. I think it was a Saturday morning. Was that before we went to Adina?
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah, and we were just talking about how different guys are gonna have to step up. And this was after practice. Caden was just in there shooting. He and I think Blake was in there shooting. We just talked about you make a high percentage of your shot when you're not worried about the next thing. If you know Kaden, he's so quick, he's on to the next thing before he's maybe sometimes finished. I'm like, just kind of land where you are and start holding your follow through a little bit, Kaden. Just nothing major. And dude, he started doing that, and it was just like three after three after three, and he's just built on that to end his junior year and obviously into his senior year, and he's had an outstanding season.
Yeah, he has. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, I just watch tonight, you don't even hesitate to shoot, right? Like, so if they're not guarding you, you're just ready to catch it and shoot the basketball. And I think the one thing that maybe has helped you too, and I was going to have you elaborate on this a little bit. You had a really good football season, right? You broke the record for interceptions. Was that the career or season? Career, yeah.
Hold up, it's both, man. Both.
Well, I tied the season.
Yeah, but it's yours.
Okay.
Part of it's yours. He did that 2 years in a row.
I thought so.
Yeah.
So you come off of a really good football season, really good football career. Do you think that confidence it helped you come into this basketball season?
Yeah, it was just momentum, and my confidence grew as the season went, so I think that helped a lot.
I got a question. I mean, talk a little bit about playing, obviously, on a good football team for the last couple of years with a lot of the same guys in the football program, and then you guys kind of just transitioned right into basketball. Kind of just talk about that, how it kind of just carries over.
Just leadership, and me and Blake, for sure, we were both on the football and basketball team, so us leading was a big part of our senior season, and I think that helped a lot.
How important or how special is it to you that you guys have had this really good run of football, and now you come into basketball season, you hit 20 wins tonight? What does that mean to you individually?
It means a lot. Looking back at it in like a couple of years, I just want to thank to have a good senior season of sports. So I just.
I told you, Keaton, sometimes, like, at times he's not a man of few words.
His friends are not helping him any.
Well, I can't even see him out there. But anyway, man of few words. But other times you can't get Kaden to quit talking. So,
do you have like a specific game or moment or something that sticks out to you basketball wise that is your favorite memory?
The St. Trace game we just had at St. Trace. It was a big boost in our end of the season.
Yeah, it was. You guys really came out and just kind of we're in complete control right from the tip, and obviously that was a big win. Allowed you guys to win the league for sure.
Yeah, just kind of talk about maybe as your individual self, your mindset, because you started that game off and kind of set the tone for that game. Kind of just talk about your mindset in the locker room before the game, and then as the game got started.
We were just all locked in, and my mindset was just to be confident and lead like me and the seniors do, and Blake, and just have confidence and just stay locked in.
Yep.
I know you've got a younger brother at your house. Two younger brothers.
No.
Just one?
Yeah, and then the older sister.
Okay, I was thinking two. Maybe it was a cousin.
It's cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, got a couple younger cousins.
So Cam's your brother, right?
Cousin.
Cam's his cousin.
Cam's his cousin. Okay. Well, that's where I was getting screwed up at. That's my bad. Obviously, he likes basketball too a lot. You talk about maybe some things maybe you help him with or whatever as he's coming up through the system.
I just tell him to be a good role model for the younger kids behind him, and when I go to his house, we play like 1-on-1 or like I just hype him up and just try and make him better.
Gotcha. Okay. What you're a senior. Well, what's kind of your plans after graduation, Kaden?
I want to play football somewhere, and go to college for education, but I don't know where yet.
You want to be a teacher, and you want to be a football coach, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I'll hire
gym
him.
teacher, yeah.
You want to be a gym teacher?
Yeah, make it easy on myself.
Well,
You know anything about that?
I used to.
Yeah.
I'm not in the gym anymore. I'm business,
Oh,
career
switch it up.
connections, and officiating.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. I got tired of
gotcha.
that. But no, there's going to be plenty of teacher job openings and math and science, especially where I'm at right now. So
I'm good at math.
You're good at math.
Not
He
very
actually
science.
is. No, he is. Caden's good at math. They all say that.
I help Blake with his answers sometimes.
Yeah.
Hope your math teacher's not listening.
Oh yeah.
Were you good at social studies in 6th grade?
No. Well, a little bit. Yeah.
You were in that same class with Blake, weren't you?
Yep.
Do you guys remember that time when I was taking attendance and I couldn't find Blake?
Maybe if you keep talking.
You guys would always put your sports bags in my room. You guys would always have your backpacks in the back of my room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm taking attendance, and I know I brought Blake to school that day, so I know he's there. But he wasn't in his seat, and he wasn't in the bathroom. They had piled the book bags. They piled them on top of him, and we couldn't find Blake. But you don't even remember that.
No.
Oh my goodness, Caden.
Sorry.
What's your favorite part of being on this team, Caden?
Just trying to make my friends laugh, and just us having the most, the best chemistry, and on and off the court. I really like.
What? Who's the funniest guy on your team?
KB Perkins.
KB.
Yeah. I laugh
KB
a
likes
lot.
that answer.
Yeah. Any pregame rituals, Caden?
Pizza rolls, pineapple juice.
No. I usually eat something before the game, and like I use the restroom, and then sometimes I try to take a nap before the game, and
I got one. What determines the short tights or the long tights?
KB or Blake.
Okay,
Usually.
because you've been short tights the last 2 home games.
Yeah, I bought them from Dick's, and I really like them right now.
All right. Yeah, keep rocking them, man. You're winning in them.
That's superstition right there, right? You got to ride them till it's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
I like Aaron Kraft.
Aaron Kraft. Okay.
Throwback.
Yep.
He's
Finley
solid.
High School.
I like his defense.
Yep.
Yep. He I don't know what he's doing anymore.
Doctor.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep.
All right, Caden. Well, appreciate you coming on the show and talking to us tonight, and wish you the best of luck the rest of the season, and hope
Keep it rolling.
Yep. Go out, got a big win against Fairfield Union here. Was that Saturday? Tuesday.
It's really weird. It's Thursday, Tuesday, and then they'll have a district championship game a week from tonight. So they're going to play 3 district games.
Wow.
Within a week.
It's crazy.
I think just with the 7 divisions, they got to squeeze it in somehow. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming in, Caden. When we come back, we're going to have a few coaches lined up to call in on the Haynes Total Healthcare Coaches Call-In Show. talked to Coach Hughes earlier in the season. She wants to win the state championship. They play Alexander in the district championship at Waverly. Menford versus Wheelersburg. That's going to be another round 3 game there. You go down to D6. You got Federal Hocking versus Portsmouth West. Federal Hocking, the 1 seed. They've got some really nice guards. You know, they played Southeastern earlier in the season. We talked to Coach Heiss about that game. And elsewhere in D6, Belpre versus White Oak. And then you drop down to D7. Franklin Furnace Green, we talked to their coach last week. They're having a really good year. They play South Gallia. And then Waterford versus Notre Dame. Waterford's obviously a really good team. They beat Unioda by 5 earlier this year. Notre Dame had that crazy win streak in their league. It finally got snapped this year. I think those
Green
two
beat them, right?
Yeah, they did.
So
Notre Dame, just traditionally, them and Waterford are traditionally the 2 best teams, and they're squaring off in the district championship. So some really big tournament games coming up, and
one thing about that Tri-Valley Unioda game, this will be, I think, the 3rd year in a row that Unioda's played at Zanesville. So I don't know if hopefully they can get comfortable with that. I don't think it's as far of a trip for Tri-Valley. I think it's a lot closer. I don't know how those sites are determined or whatever, but Unioda should be familiar with that setting. And
the one thing I like about Unioda is the last game especially. Sometimes I feel like I don't see a lot of emotion from them. I saw some emotion, like in their face.
Yeah. You can
I
tell
think they feel like it's go time.
Yeah, they're tired of and I don't know how you could say this.
Right. No,
they're tired of winning district. They're trying to.
Yeah.
They've been in the district championship the last 3 seasons. They've won 1 of them, and they're ready to kind of maybe take that next step.
Right.
And, honestly, Miley and Maggie have been starters on that team since their freshman year, so they've been through this. Obviously, Maya injured last year. They got the pieces, and I'd like to see them to be able to put it all together on Saturday and move forward.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we got a coach on the line. We got Chillicothe boys basketball coach Pat Beard. Coach, you out there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Coach, before we start talking about your matchup tomorrow night against Miami Trace, I was just going to have you briefly talk to us about that impressive win you guys had the other night against Sheridan. I think it was 66-29 final. And talk to us about that. And you guys must have been playing really well.
Yeah, I think that was our first game that we played a complete game from the first quarter to the end of the fourth quarter. We stuck to our game plan. We executed offensively. Defensively, we did some really good things. Throughout the season, it's been like a little roller coaster ride. We'll have a couple quarters that are good, and then we'll have 2 quarters not so good. So, the game against Sheridan, it was nice to see us put all 4 quarters together.
Coach, kind of talk about how, I was at that game and talked to you just for a minute before the game. I really felt like your defense and your defensive intensity kind of set the tone for that game and got you guys some easy baskets early. Kind of just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we've been trying to stress to our guys all season the importance of defensive pressure and getting easy transition baskets. We're a work in progress in our half-court offense. When we really get out and we pressure and we create easies off of turnovers, that's when we're at our best. So, that was one of the things that the keys that we wanted to highlight was, constant pressure and trying to get easies in transition.
Yeah, and then Coach, that sets you up for a round 3 game against Miami Trace tomorrow night. They beat you twice, but daggone, it's been a 2-point game and I think a 9-point game. What's maybe 1 to 2 things, real subtle changes that you might be looking to make going into that game?
Well, we've got a game plan. I don't want to give our game plan away. But you guys know, you guys are coaches, been coaches, and towards the end of the season, especially when you get in tournament time, you see some things you want to do as a coach, but you have to be careful. I've got a bunch of young kids. We're relatively young, and I don't want them thinking too much versus playing. So we've put together a few little wrinkles, a couple of things we want to throw at them that they haven't seen. And hopefully we're able to execute those.
Yeah, Coach, I was just going to almost building off of that was like they've been so close. I don't know if there's a whole lot you want to change. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, continue doing what you're doing. But like you said, maybe adjust just a few things here and there. But just talk about, I know you guys won last night. Just What was your guys' mindset today at practice? And what a quick turnaround that is or it's 2 nights ago. So you had 2 days of practice, but I just feel like 2 days, quick turnaround to go play an undefeated team on the road. Just talk about your guys' mindset the last couple of days.
Our mindset's been good. This is our kids' first tournament win. Going into this season, we knew the divisional alignments had changed, and we felt like, we had an opportunity once we got in tournament time to win a game or two. We're going against guys that we're familiar with. We know we can compete with versus going and playing like a Hannah Lincoln, a Hilliard Bradley, and a Newark and teams like that. So, our guys feel really good. The big win against Sheridan really put some confidence in our guys, and our guys are looking forward to the task tomorrow.
Coach, you know what? I know you don't want to kind of give away your game plan, but you to score 66 points and only give up 29, obviously you probably had some really good balance, but I think, just as a former coach, I would probably be more pleased only giving up 29 points in a game. And, if you play well defensively, you're always going to be in the game. And I feel like this is, I know they're undefeated, but I don't feel like this is a bad matchup for you because they kind of slow it down a little bit. They like to play that game in the 40s and 50s and try not to force it. And you're going to be right there. And a couple of turnovers here and there that get out the easy baskets for you. A couple of loose balls. Those are just a couple of things that maybe instead of losing by 2 points earlier in the season, maybe you win that game. And so I feel like this is a good matchup for you guys going into the tournament.
Well, when you've got 6'7", 280 in the middle, that's never a good matchup. However, I understand what you're saying, and we've played them really close, and it seems like, when Chillicothe and Miami Trace square up, it's going to be a good game. Mm-hmm. One thing that Miami Trace, obviously other than Guthrie, has on us is they've learned how to win close games, and we haven't done that yet. And that's been one of the biggest keys I've tried to harp on. I feel like this game could and should come down to the wire. It's about who executes late in fourth quarter.
It only takes one, Coach. It only takes one close one to figure it out, man. And I just feel like you guys are close.
Yes.
Coach, if you're down by 2 tomorrow and you got the ball with 15 seconds left, you going for the tie? You going for the win?
Does he have any timeouts?
I'm for the win.
You going for the win? I like it.
You calling a timeout or you letting them roll?
I'm calling a timeout. We're going to draw up a play. I've got 3 of them that we've been working on, so we'll figure out which one works best. And I hope it comes down to that tomorrow. Tie basketball game. All right, down 1, 15 seconds left to go in game. I feel confident with the plays we have. We execute it and knock down the shot.
You going to dust off the shuffle and try to run something out of it?
You know it. Don't be surprised if you see it.
Oh, man.
I saw the shuffle.
There's just been a lot of beards. Kiera was in here. Chris was out in the hallway. I'm talking to Pat. I'm just having nightmares of having to guard the shuffle. You're sitting here like it's just like a nightmare.
Somebody
just thinking back
I watched this year, they ran the shuffle. I can't remember who that was. I thought the shuffle was
extinct.
Yes, I thought it was extinct, but I guess not.
You might see it tomorrow.
I was trying to figure out where I'm going to go watch basketball tomorrow. I think I'm coming out there.
Yeah.
So I just think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. The one thing, and I was talking earlier about, not about it being a good matchup for you. I think what I really like about it is if you guys are able to get ahead and get a lead, you got Kaden Cox, you got Cooper Stone King, and even Cam Badger, you got 3 or 4 guards that really can handle the ball and can make it difficult for Miami Trace to come out and guard you, if you're able to have that lead late in the game.
Yeah, and that's, one of the things we talked about to our guys is Miami Trace wants to keep this game in the 40s. And we need to push the tempo to kind of get them out of their rhythm. I feel like if we just sit down and play a half-court game, that's not going to go in our favor. So we're going to try to push the tempo and get things going. And then, like you said, up late in the game, I think we've started to mature a bit as far as understanding how to take care of the basketball, get the ball to the right places. So hopefully we're in that position tomorrow night where we're up and see if we can hang on to it.
Yeah, I mean, and if you are in that position, all the pressure's on them. You know, it's at home. They haven't lost. You guys have nothing to lose. So, you get to that spot, I like your chances.
Got a puncher's chance.
Plus, also, I mean, I feel like all 5 of your guys can put it on the floor and handle it. I mean, all 5 of them can. So I think that's a benefit to you too, especially if you got to make those guys maybe coming out of that zone a little bit.
Right. And you hit the nail on the head there. We're the underdog. We don't have anything to lose. And I told our guys, play loose.
Yep.
The pressure is on us. So I'm looking forward to see what kind of effort we get, and hopefully we can match the intensity effort that we had with Sheridan. If we can do that, then I really like our chances.
Good stuff, Coach. We appreciate you calling in and talking to us tonight, and wish you the best of luck.
I appreciate it.
Good luck,
Matt,
Coach.
do me a favor.
Yeah.
Matt, do me a favor. Tomorrow, I was listening to Kaden Cutright talk about those tights. Ask him if I can borrow them tomorrow.
Hey, I'm just going to answer for him. You can borrow them, and it's going to be the purple pair.
Oh, the purple. I can't wear the purple pair.
Oh, that's good, though.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Best of luck tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you, man.
Yeah, I just don't feel like that's a bad matchup for Chillicothe at all.
Well, I mean, and it could be worse. Like,
Yes.
he was talking about the other teams that they've had to play the last couple of years, going into the Division I sectional tournament. And, he said something that resonated a little bit with me in terms of, he's like, we're playing guys that we're familiar with.
Right.
And when they did this realignment, I said the exact same thing in football this year when we got bumped back over to the eastern portion of our Division IV. We're playing teams that look a little bit more like we do. And when you have a little bit of that confidence, you give yourself an opportunity just from a mental standpoint going into the game. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a heck of a game.
It makes a big difference just looking back to your football season. I mean, not to bring up, bad memories, but the 2 previous years you get to the playoffs, it's like almost like David versus Goliath.
It wasn't the same.
But this year you compete and
and honestly, the crazy thing too is Indian Valley came out of our region and won the state title.
Yeah.
So it's a much better position for us to be in, and I feel the same for Chillicothe basketball.
Absolutely. Well, joining us now is going to be Coach Beard's counterpart tomorrow night, Miami Trace boys basketball coach Ben Akley. Coach, you out there?
Yes. How are you guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. Well, Coach, let's just get right down to it. You got round 3 tomorrow night against Chillicothe. What do you think about this matchup?
We definitely didn't want to see them again, I'll tell you that. They're very scary with their athleticism and the way they can stretch the floor. We think they have 4 or 5 guys capable of hitting a 3, and Cox is certainly a bear off the dribble, and I think Stone King's been playing his best basketball of the season the last third of the year. So we'll definitely have our hands full tomorrow night.
Coach, talk a little bit about how this week of preparation's been for you guys, having a couple extra days to prepare. Obviously, not knowing who you were going to play until Tuesday night, but just wrapping up a perfect regular season and kind of you have to wipe the slate clean and start over 0-0. How's this week been for you guys?
Well, originally, to be honest, we had a youth tournament over the weekend and had 68 teams there. And our kids, we had 2 games at home and then had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we had youth games all day. And our kids worked the tournament because it's our primary fundraiser for our program. So originally, my plan was to give them Monday off. Then at that time, they were calling still for a chance of a bunch of snow midweek. and it scared us. So we came in Monday and Tuesday. We did a lot of shooting and fundamental work, went over our base defenses and coverages and stuff, but no game plan really because we didn't know who we would have for sure.
Right.
And then the last couple of days, it's been more isolation on, how we're planning to guard and what we think we're going to run. We anticipate Chillicothe will probably zone us. They had some success the last matchup running some zones, so we're ready for basically any zone they could throw at us. The only surprise at this stage would be probably if they ran man. So we've just been doing a lot of preparation for all of those types of things and making sure our kids are dialed in on the game plan.
Coach, was that last time you guys played Chillicothe? Was that here? Was it at Chillicothe or was it home?
It was at Chile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coach, well, the one thing that, you do have to feel good about is, well, there's two things. Obviously, you guys haven't lost a game yet. You're still undefeated. But something that goes along with that is you have to feel confident in your team's ability of how to finish games, right? Because you guys have played your fair share of close games this year, and you've come out on top on all of them. So just talk about, maybe the mental toughness that your team has and the ability of knowing how to close out a game, how that could really impact tomorrow.
Well, we hope that we're in a position to close the game out, certainly. But I think that over the course of the year, a bunch of games have come down to the wire, and we've made good decisions. We do work on that. We try to talk situations through with our kids and explain a lot of things to them. Or when, we see something else on film or another team does it, I'm not as free-flowing in our offense as what a lot of coaches are. And what I mean by that is our kids have freedom, but they can't just shoot it whenever they want. And I think some coaches are good with that. I'm just not ready at this point in my career to be that guy. That's the Coach Schaefer in me. We're more about your role, and you have to understand what your purpose is. So, if you're shooting 25% from three, you're not shooting 7 threes tonight. So we're going to get a ball reversal and get into a different action. And our kids have really responded to that. I think they understand what our purpose is, and we talk about doing things with a purpose. I think a lot of credit goes to Gage out front because he's kind of the captain of the ship, and he's got the ball in his hands quite a bit. For a freshman, he's played like a seasoned veteran most of the year, and the best thing about him is when he makes a mistake, he seems to rectify it very quickly and bounce back. And a lot of young kids seem to rest on that and focus on the mistakes they make, and it kind of bogs them down a little bit, but Gage has not done that. So, I feel confident in our kids and what we're doing. We've certainly talked about how good Chillicothe is, and our kids in program have nothing but respect. And Pat and I have had battles way back to when we were coaching on the girls' side. So, I've got a lot of respect for him. His kids are always well prepared, and they're going to play their tails off. And our kids, we talked about tonight, and they know this, but I told them, I said, guys, the 21-0 is fine. I said, but it's over. We're 0-0, and Chile's 1-0. I said, they actually have a better record than us now. I said, so we have to come out ready to play. I thought that they came out and hit Sheridan the other night early and just kept punching them. And they had an impressive effort. So it'll certainly take a big effort on our part to get out of there with the win.
Have you seen maybe a refocus? I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but maybe like a refocus of your kids. I mean, you got the Guthrie boy. He's obviously back. You guys have had a lot of success. Have you seen like a refocus this week now that the regular season is over with and you're into tournament play?
Well, I'll be honest. We talked about this about at the 15 or 16 game mark. We really, as a staff, you never want to lose a game. I think I might have talked about it when I was on with you guys before too, but we didn't necessarily want to go into the tournament undefeated either. And that's why we scheduled tough toward the end of the year. You know, we missed the Minford game. That was an unfortunate deal. Mother Nature kind of took that over. We got through Hilliard Davidson. But I will say this. I believe that the record now, the positive spin on it is we've kind of had tournament games the last 5 or 6 games because these kids started to get a lot of attention. People were talking about the record and taking notice because early in the year, people didn't think that we could be second or third in our league, let alone be 21-0.
Listen, after game 1, I said you were winning your league, what I saw.
Well, I appreciate that. And it's funny because people say, did you think you could be 21-0? I said, I didn't know that we could be 1-0. I still think, you know, Uniota's got a great chance to win the district. They're one of the better teams in the area and one of the better teams we played. So that was scary, game 1 for us. But I think that our kids have been battle tested. I think that there has been some refocus. I think there's been a little, I don't want to say let down because that's not the right word, but I feel like when my girls team went to the Final Four in 2017, our pressure game was not the Final Four, guys. Our pressure game was a regional final. And you talk about going to the Final Four and you do all these things when you're lifting and in the fall when you're doing all this, and it's everyone's goal. It's everyone's dream. Well, then when we were 32 minutes away from that, I saw pressure weighing heavy on kids that never showed that. And I know how I felt, and it felt like my heart was beating 1,000 times a minute. The Final Four was just going out to play. And I think that's kind of where our focus is right now. It's always weird playing a team for a third time because we don't have to really break a bunch of things down to these kids. They really know. And so we can go over it. It's not as much of an extended scouting report as it would be on other teams. There's no secrets going into tomorrow. We know that, who we have to stop and what we need to do, and they do too. And whoever executes and makes shots and find ways to get key stops and big moments will find a way to win.
Well, Coach, I think, again, it's not undefeated regular season. That's difficult to do. You've done a great job with that group. Congratulations for that. And, hopefully a long tournament runs in front of you guys, and wish you guys nothing but the best and appreciate you calling in and talking to us again tonight. And I think that's where I'm headed tomorrow. I think that's the game I want to go watch, and wish you guys nothing but the best, man.
Well, I appreciate it. This time of year, the basketball is great to go watch and see different games every night. I'm not sure my wife necessarily feels that way, but it's fun to go somewhere different every night. We appreciate the coverage you guys give all of the Southeast and everything you've done for our kids. I know that they watch the podcast and they're always, they'll be like, hey, Coach, they talked about us at 43-28, they know, or this is what they said about Jackson, or, and that and Southeastern Ohio preps, man, keep these kids busy. They're very focused on what other people are saying, sometimes way too much. So, but we appreciate the time and effort that you guys are putting back into our student athletes. So thanks for having me on.
All right, Coach. Good luck, man.
Yep. Good luck, Coach.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like we better watch what we're saying, Hoops.
Oh, yeah, we could be bulletin board material, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could be.
Man.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Who knew?
Yeah. So, well, I believe that's going to be a wrap for tonight's show. So we do appreciate everybody tuning in and watching us. We appreciate Maya Hamilton and Kiera Beard coming in and talking to us. We appreciate Blake Fitch and Kaden Cutright coming in to talk to us, and Coach Pat Beard and Coach Akley from Miami Trace talking to us tonight. And it's really, it feels like basketball is such a long season. I remember coaching, of course, I'm sure you do too,
yeah.
but it seems like it takes forever. But then when you get down to this time of the year, this is where it gets really fun.
Yeah, it gets fun, and then it seems like it goes fast now, and you want to, now's the time when you want to make it go as long as it possibly can. I always said the goal is to continue practicing basketball until you can wear shorts.
Yep.
If you've done that, you've had a really long, successful season. When it starts to get warm, and Coach Easterday and I always used to joke about tournament weather, and that's when the weather kind of started to break just a little bit, and it was starting to be nice out. So hopefully we have a lot of teams that are able to get to that point. I think we do. I think the 7 divisions has obviously helped some. But, tournament basketball is tournament basketball, and it's always fun. It's intense. It's exciting. And, just look forward to the next few weeks, seeing how it all shakes out.
Absolutely. I know we've had a few people ask, how long are we going to keep doing the show? I think we're going to keep doing the show until there's nobody left to talk about. So,
right.
hopefully that's a few weeks.
I've even had baseball people ask me, are you guys going to continue this into the spring? I don't have an answer for them for that.
Yeah, I don't either.
We'll have to wait and see because I think it is a good thing, and we couldn't do it unless we had our great sponsors, and we couldn't do it if people didn't watch. So thankful for all of that.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, for Matt Hoops and Christian Spradlin and myself, Jeran Cox, appreciate everybody tuning in and watching tonight. We'll be back next Thursday night about 8:30. Have a good night.